Hi, it's Cassie Oelberg in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. We are going to do sketch 2 from the March virtual crop. And we are going to continue down the path of seeing all the fun things we can do with our new trimmer. So let's go ahead and go on over to the desktop. Okay, so this was a particularly fun one. Just super cute the way the whimsical border punch comes here. We're going to talk a little bit about these skinny cuts, which I absolutely love. And then something else super fun. I've been using Winter Bliss, but and I love Winter Bliss for what I'm working on. The papers are going great, but it's not so wintry because we're doing a lot of indoor things, and Belgium wasn't as cold this Christmas. So I found out that I was just playing around. The Natural Beginnings collection goes really nice with it. So the stickers and the embellishments and things match it really nicely. And so that's been working out really nice for me. So I thought I'd just mention that in case you are using the Winter Bliss and you absolutely love the patterns and the Fast to Fab pages, but you want more of a family feel. Guess what? Natural Beginnings is it. It's for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our one page. And I love it when they do one pagers because I turn it into a 2-page spread. So this one moved into this direction, just like the picture shows. We're going to take the other one and we're just going to move it towards the center so the photos are centered. And that's going to turn it into a really nice 2-page spread. And then these embellishments are just going to flip-flop over to here with what we add. So let's take a look at that. The first thing we need is this beautiful sheet of paper and our magical trimmer. So we're going to make a 1-inch frame this time. And so to do that, we just have to bring it in and put it at 1 inch. Measure top to bottom, just like always. Bring the front down to 2, which puts the side at 1. I love that our numbers are on this side. This works a lot easier for the way I scrapbook. And then we're going to pull it down to 12 up front, 11 on the side, and turn. So frames are very fun to make. And I use them a lot when using my Fast to Fab pages because it allows me to add that layer, but keep the middle part of the page. So I'm not using as much paper. In fact, this one, we're going to do some particularly fun things. We are going to use the reverse side for this middle part. And so really it takes one sheet of paper and then some cardstock for the borders to make this whole page. Okay, so now we're going to keep this because it's going to become part of our page. Bring this back over. We're going to pull our tape over and put down our frame onto our page. You know, one of my favorite things about when I do that big virtual crop, the Creative Cafe International, is that there's somebody there moderating for me to tell me if my paper comes down off the screen. It's not like you guys can yell, Cassie! But I'm trying to keep an eye on it. I'm getting really good about checking the screen. So that's good. Okay, so now we've got this frame down. And now we need to add this piece. So this is an 8 3/4 by 8 3/4. Let me move this out of our way for now. And so this means our little arm comes up. And look at this. This arm is so nice and secure. It's shorter, but it brings it out to 13 inches and just makes it really nice for cutting. So we're going to bring this out to 8 3/4 by 8 3/4. And this And you'll probably notice that on this page, these are 4x4 in the sketch. So if you look, there's 4x4. And you can get those same measurements by mixing it up a little. So for mine, I did 5x3 photos because that's what worked. And then there's going to be 4x4 on this side. So let's just line this up. It's over here. And now we need our borders. So let's pull this in. If you have not used one of these punches before, then it cuts right in between here. And because this is a punch that repeats, then it has a little triangle. And that little triangle shows us where to stop. So you put your paper in, you line it up to the black line. It stays up to the top over here. You slide it across, you line up your little triangle, and then don't try to put it up against the top over here. No, 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 because it will end up crooked. You want it just up against the top on the left-hand side. So all the way across. We actually don't need it to be quite that long, but that's okay. We'll snip it down in a second. And then you would cut these off if you wanted to punch again right there, but I'm just going to flip it because it's cardstock, so not directional. And I'm going to slide across again. And that way we have this to use top and bottom. These out of our way. And get this out of the way. And now bring this back up, and we need it to be at 8 3/4 inches. I'm going to go ahead and cut this little one off. I started it just a little tiny bit over. Not a big deal, because I can just trim that off. And there we go. Now I am going to do one of my favorite things with the new trimmer. So in the past, I've shown you guys how to do a sticky mat where we run the repositionable tape over the mat, and we keep one of those underneath the trimmer in our little mat storage spot so that we can use it to cut our really tiny pieces. But what I have found is that with this new trimmer, it's very grippy, and I can cut these super small pieces and have absolutely zero issues. So I'm just doing this little tiny 1/8 of an inch, which is just right on over to the other dotted line, and we get these nice skinny pieces. And then I'm going to trim these. So just going to go across our borders. Okay. Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay. Then back over this goes. And I'm going to take our borders. And I am going to start this one over here. And then, like, where did I put that? Okay, I want it to go this way. And it's going to go down here. And now I'm going to pull my photos. Oh, wait. Let's go ahead and pull the silicone mat back up. I need my skinny pieces. So this is going to go right here. And it just helps make that border pop a little bit. It's such a small detail, but the little tiny details help your page look really polished. So there we go. And now we're going to add these photos. So I'm going to pull over this trimmer, and I want 4x4 photos. So I don't need this tour guide in here. And then over here, we're going to get the door. So I kind of want to center that. And then on this one, I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom. And then a little off the top. And finally, this last one. And this was just a super, super fun little castle that we stopped to see. We were supposed to have breakfast in the castle, but we got there and breakfast was not open yet. So we ended up at this cute little cafe, and we were really happy that things didn't turn out as planned, because, you know, we find that some of our favorite places that we find in life happen because what we had planned doesn't work out. And when we travel with that attitude, we always have the best time because we find something else that is even better. So anyway, we had the absolute best coffee and breakfast in this little place, and we chatted with the person making the coffee, and they told us about all kinds of other fun things we could do. And then we went back and toured the castle. So anyway, it was a super fun day, and it's all that attitude. So that is our page. Oh, I'm going to add some before I forget. So natural beginnings look super, super cute here. And I'm going to see what I want to add. I'm just going to add a little flower over here. Kind of like that one over there. And I'm going to go ahead and add this. I added one of these over here, so I'm going to add this over here. And then up top, I'm just going to do one of these. I don't like that one there. I'm going to add this one. Yeah, I like that better. And I think that's enough. Maybe just this cute little heart. Yep, flavor that. And there we go. Single page spread turned into a double page spread by moving them into the center, putting those photos as our focal point, and adding some natural beginnings to our winter bliss. And that brings me joy. So anyway, thanks so much and have a fabulous day.